What? Sweezba.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
What's
man.
popping?
I'm chilled out. Nothing
Yeah.
much. No. Just listening to the weather. Like it's all sunny and everything, you know.
Yeah, tricky weather.
Yeah,
They call
man.
it tricky weather.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So, can you let the people know who you are, like early beginnings?
Yeah. I'm Sweezba, you know. I'm a creative director actually, but then as a whole, I would say that I'm an artist. I do art, I do fashion, I do music. So yeah, that's basically what I do. It's basically my life.
Yeah. And which one do you specialize in?
Fashion.
Fashion.
Yeah, fashion. That's the one that I specialize in. I'm gonna be a qualified fashion designer probably next year or something.
Aye.
Now I'm so you feel me. Now I'm still on the low though.
Yeah.
So looking at the academics of that vibe. Yeah. So yeah,
Just putting in the work, man.
entire vibe, nothing
Yeah.
much.
So, like your upbringing, like at home, how was it? How was when you were younger and that kind of thing?
I'd say it was quite a well, like Joe, like a formal Joe. It was a good. I wouldn't complain and say, nah, it was some other way. It was kind of maybe I don't know effed up or some shit or something like that. You feel me? So it's like I was happy about it. Until a certain point, and then but then I got back there. You know, like when you lose people in your life, you kind of move on and find that happiness again, but then it won't be the same as how it was before. So I'd say I wouldn't complain. Yeah,
It had its challenges, that's all. But otherwise, all in all, good childhood.
straight up.
I still remember like you when you. It was at Salvokop, you were here, and then out of nowhere, gone.
Yeah.
For a while. For a while.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. That it was good until a certain point, and then I lost certain people, and then I had to now like move from high school to high school, places to places, like staying in different places. Yeah, type vibe. You feel me?
So you didn't just go home?
Nah. I was around PTA, like I was in Atteridgeville. You feel me? Like I was there. I was even schooling there.
For how long?
After my primary, I went high school there in Salt Ridge. And then after just 2 years, grade 8, grade 9, and then after that I moved. Yeah. I moved to Josie. I went grade 10. After that, moved to Venda. I went my 11 and 12.
Venda.
Yeah. So like my whole school, like I've been.
Oh, so in Atteridgeville, who are you staying with when you moved to Atteridgeville?
It was my sister's, my mother's sister's child.
Okay.
Yeah, like the.
Oh, she was grown already.
Yeah, she's grown. She's like the kids, the whole family, the husband, and everything. So it was
Oh, and then in Josie.
In Josie, it was some of my niggas.
Okay.
Of him on that nigga type vibe, but then I had some families.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't spend most of my time with the family. I'll spend most of my time sleeping over my niggas type vibe. Yeah, because like the connection and everything, like I'd feel some type of way when I'm in the house, like at home, because like I don't know anybody flip side. So it's like,
I get
you feel me? So like most of the time I'll spend it with my niggas there. Just trying to put in the work, going to school, just exploring things, you know.
But for me, it was as if if I think about it, at that age, man, bro, you were young.
Yeah.
I think you were young. You really needed the word would be parenting for me. You
vibe.
Because you are really young. I'm thinking about it. Getting used to that lifestyle where you know what, I move how I wanna move and I think it can be challenging the older you get.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So those were the challenges.
Yeah, man. Those were the challenges.
Yeah. And then Venda. Venda, who are you staying with in Venda?
Nah, Venda, it's my family in Venda.
Yeah,
like,
straight,
straight up family, like home. Like when I'm saying I'm going home, I'm going flip side.
Also, you went back now.
So
you
like
had
with
some
my
guidance.
grandmother, time vibe. You feel me? So it was like I had to settle, like focus on my studies, like. For Ejo, like I used to be a nerd, you know, like on some
You don't say.
books and for us. But when I moved to that side, like the focus, like what I wanted to focus on is like my studies, then get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because it was like if you're not done with your school vibe, you ain't going nowhere. You go sit here until, and I was like, nah, I want to get the F out of here, like.
And that situation hooked you, you got hooked. You're like, I have to come back.
Yeah.
I had to come back.
Yeah. The city life.
But what made you then leave Josie? What made you leave Josie?
Nah, like at home they were not actually happy because like as a youngin, you staying in somebody else's house, probably your family wise or something like that. You're gonna have to comply and follow the rules of the house and everything like that. And me, I was a hot-headed nigga, like type up. So like, it came to a point where they'd call home, nah, this guy's not listening and everything's always out, what's or not. So it was like, nah, plus he's not even focusing with the school things. I was passing, but then not with high marks. So that was the whole problem with it. So, but then, I went back that side. After going back that side, that's when like I had my full focus on like straight up.
And judging now, was it worth it going back home?
It was worth it. I think, it was worth it. It was worth it. I think probably maybe if I was still this side, I was gonna finish school much more later than you feel like the focus and everything. But then I wouldn't say I lacked focus though. It's just that, hey, you know, the city life and everything.
Yeah.
As a youngin, hey.
That's what, as I said, I'm thinking. You know, any freedom I got, I'm thinking about and you remember, I wouldn't say I never had that kind of freedom where, you know, I could just move like that. At that age, I would never move like that.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm really thankful. Because, I mean, I've seen, the thing is why I've seen a lot of, the majority of people that move that way, right? You should see them now.
Yeah.
I mean, you should see them now.
Yeah.
And the problem is now, it's hard to actually, you know, what is this word I'm looking for? To get them back on track. Yeah. Because they kind of still attached to that, like, this is just, I grew up like this. This is just how we are, man. This is just bad luck. Like, you know, instead of really learning, like, you know what? It's not really bad luck. It's just, what is this? It's you lacking to take responsibility. You know, it's not really like bad, like, if you don't change your mindset, then you're gonna be stuck there, right? You're just gonna be stuck. You just have to change your mindset, and it's hard to get through to those guys. I know a couple of people like that, and it's hard, man. I'm telling you, it's like, and you don't want to say too much because sometimes you feel as though you're offending them. They get offended so quickly.
Time up,
they get offended so quickly. So it's like, hey, man, like, what can I do here? You know, it's just, So now I'm thinking Limpopo. You know, I remember you coming back, but you didn't necessarily come back. No, you didn't come back. I'm still like in that younger process. You had this. You started dressing like these white kids. You know, these white kind of kids, like those. I remember the attire. I remember the attire. You're dressing like them. I said, "What style is that?" He said, "Punk."
Yeah, it was gothic punk.
I was like, gothic punk. And I remember that time I was like, is he saying he's a punk? Oh,
what's up with it, you know?
What's up? I'm not getting it. You know? I was like, what the heck? Are you still like that style? Are you still on that style?
For sure. I'm still on that style, but then now it's like on a grown level.
Yeah.
You know, like that time, I usually, before that time, I'd have piercings and everything, like representing the culture of punks and everything. But then now, the only thing resembling that is just gonna be probably the tattoos, or maybe some of the jewelries or the dressing. Like how I'm usually on black.
Yeah. And
I
I do
don't think
notice that. I do notice
Even
that,
like I'm
the
usually
black,
on
black,
play.
black,
Yeah. That's like it's just like uniform. And like it's like and it represents the Gothic movement and the punk movement type vibe. You know. Yeah,
So it really
man.
got you. If you haven't let go, I'm like, yeah, it really, it played a part.
Joe, my fashion sense, I think it actually originated from that. Me
Yeah.
wanting to be a fashion designer and everything originated from that culture.
Ah.
You see, like, cause like they're all about DIY, like do it yourself type vibe. Like
Okay,
anything that they do, like do it themselves. They would rip up jeans and everything. So I was inspired by that. I was like, damn.
So it wasn't the music.
The music, I listen to the music, the rock and roll music, but then their lifestyle, like how they lived, how they dressed, all those type of
They
vibe,
live like
the
kind of
hair
carefree, no?
type vibe, like cause like it's thingy, they believe in anarchy. It's like that religion type shit. It's like Christianity or something, but then for them, I get that then anarchy. And so, like you believe like no rule, there's no God above. Like type thing. So they live by the codes, you know.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, man. I used to be a hard-headed like punk way back there, but then now, as growing up, you know, like you kind of be chilled a bit, like you know, just ease up on certain things a bit, and you know.
And talking again about the fashion again, right?
Yeah.
Because I was also thinking, like, usually when I sit, it's not necessarily there. Like, you're also learning. I think you're discovering yourself at the same time. So if I'm looking at your fashion, I'm like, okay, Will is discovering himself. But I can see that style, particularly the black. I would just say, there's that black. There's that gothic. I know that.
The signature.
A little silver white kind of thing that you throw a bit, But otherwise, I know that style. And then you came back, CBD. Back again.
Back to the city.
And you've been here like since there. After that, you've just been.
I've been here. I think that's when I started enrolling in university. But then I took a gap year first. So I was staying in Sunnyside. Like I was trying to get the whole city vibe back because I've been gone away from the city. So when I came back, like flip it. Let me stay in Sunnyside and see what's up with the whole city life, and then take it from there. Then that's when I drew a whole lot of inspiration from just being there, looking at the whole place, the people and everything, like Now I'm going with this fashion shit, so
Yeah, man, I see that. I really do. Though it's been a while. It's actually been a while, Because I used to have your contacts. I don't know what happened. I can't explain it. Did you change your number or something?
I only changed like the numbers that I use now. It's not the old numbers that I used to use. Because like the old numbers, it's like this, but again, this apps, the WhatsApps and everything. So and you change the numbers. When you're changing a phone, you have to change the whole thing. So I didn't change the whole thing. I just changed the numbers.
Now I remember at that time I was still staying at your place, right? The studio.
Oh yeah.
And then you came with Pressa.
Yeah.
What was that about? Because it confused me, guys. Because you were there.
Mm-hmm.
He said because I never I hardly spoke to you.
Yeah.
I used to speak to him.
Because I was usually out.
Usually out and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was like, no, we are here. You wanted to push the fashion thing together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we also had a fallout. I kind of had a fallout with him.
Yeah.
We weren't really talking the way we used to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then I remember I was like, he left. It's like everyone started just doing their thing. I was like, I thought you guys were supposed to work together. I was like, what happened exactly there?
Joe, what actually happened? Him a nigga. Him a nigga. Shout out to him. He's out there doing his thing, doing my thing. But then, the thing we were pushing, it was a movement. It was like, let me say, I wouldn't necessarily say a god or something like that, but then it was something that was gonna birth out certain things. Also, like it was the main, what should I say? It was the main label. That label, brands, smaller brands should come out of that brand.
I get it.
Type vibe, because like on your own you can do things, but then you wouldn't do it to
that extent.
So like we will let's come together and push this movement, and then after then we can go out and do our things. But then the problem is it happened way much earlier on, because like we were supposed to do our things like when we were like have blown up like successfully, like everything, having a whole lot of cash. But then it turned out the other way around, like not understanding each other and everything, like misunderstanding, ladies getting involved, a whole lot of things,
Isn't that always the case?
You feel me? But then, we're still on.
So no bad blood.
Nah, no bad blood. We're actually speaking about pulling, like, bringing Emmett back to... Yeah. We won't bring that. But then not now. Something,
You still you're like, okay, since it was too soon, even now you're like, I think it's too soon.
Yeah.
We'll have to
pause it a bit. And
so,
then...
Emmett, actually, what you're telling me is that it was supposed to be actually like a project that was what is this word I'm looking for? A project that was supposed to have been pushed when you guys were kind of on your feet.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, like, you know what? I have the finances. You have the finances. I have more connects. You have more connects. So let's do this. That kind of thing. Yeah. And with it, you are still gonna drop your own labels, and he was gonna drop his.
For sure.
But under one umbrella.
Straight up. That's how it is.
In Emmett, was it supposed to be just you two, or was it the beginning will be you two, but then you'll keep adding more people in Emmett?
Yeah, it was like that. The beginning is us two, the creator of that. But then as time goes by, we add on people, and create a movement and everything. So yeah, man.
And your creative process, like what do you do usually in creative process? Because people have different ways, right?
Yeah, so for sure. Usually, on my creative process, just to get the whole mood going, I'll play certain playlist, music-wise, I'll play music, and then try to tap in the mood. And then, if not, I'll probably smoke a cigarette. And then play music. Then I'm good. You feel me? Like, we go.
No joint, no nothing.
Probably I might spark sometimes, like it depends. It depends. I might spark it, cause like now okay, way back then, like it used to be like joints, and then getting all high music, then start creating and everything. But then now as you grow, like it's a different approach. It's a different approach. Like you can hear the J and then not get in the mood of like working. So that's why like I don't actually prefer it that much. But then now it is a stimulant, like for creative process.
But with it, if like you using it, meaning, let's say now. Things is, for me, when it comes to those kind of things, I've taught myself that I think properly when there's just I don't want, like, literally I don't want any substance next to me.
Like super mind type. Like,
that's me. I really don't. I don't want to smell it next to me. Usually in my creative process, when I started writing, that's me. I always prefer, because it's always cleaner that way. I write it nicely. I think I know. That's why I could write a song anywhere. Just, it didn't matter. I didn't need anything.
Type.
And I really enjoyed that. I was like, you know what? If I'm in this situation, I'm like, let me just write. And then that's it. You get it. But I could see some people, I need it. And I was like, I can't live
like that stimulant, just to tap into the mood.
I just can't live like that. Yeah.
Just to tap in the mood.
I'm not even sure if is it really you or is it, like that kind of thing, man.
Yeah.
Like, be yourself, like challenge yourself.
Yeah.
I always put like
Yeah.
you should challenge yourself. You challenge.
Straight
Just
up.
put yourself in that box. Like, don't tell yourself I can't live without this. Like, challenge yourself.
Straight up. Straight
Well,
up.
somewhere
Straight up.
you're gonna hit that writer's block. You get them, and you hit that writer's block. You're sitting there. You're like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? When a puff or two just doesn't feel the same anymore.
Straight up.
Right? Maybe you might even try other things. Right?
The problem is being dependent on that.
Yeah.
For creating or for doing something. That's the problem. That's fucked up. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you can get that, you can put in work.
Yeah.
You can take a certain project. You can tap into your creative mood or something like that. So I'd advise to just not do that shit, like straight up at all. Just be on your clean up, creative process, drink water or something. Like, and then you'll be good. Because once you tap into that, coming out of that might be a problem. You might be trapped inside the trap. Which is which is kind of crazy. And hey, getting out of there, it's kind of crazy too.
So, like in your earlier stages, were there like different substances that you used for that kind of creativity?
I'll take shrooms. I'll take shrooms. I'll take LSD, and I'll smoke weed.
At the same time.
I'm not. No. Damn, nigga, you be tripping this shit out of. Not at the same time. Probably maybe if I took shrooms maybe on this weekend, the next weekend I'm going for LSD type vibe. Yeah, and smoke some weed. Drink a little bit of that lean type vibe. Because
And usually you did these things on your own, or maybe a company, maybe one or two.
I'll do it with some of my niggas. Yeah. And then it's like when you're taking psychedelics and substances, like it gets crazy when people turn into a certain mind state, having certain trips. You can have a good trip, you can have a bad trip, depending on your mindset. Before taking the substances and everything, So like people will go with the negative mindset and then take the vibe, and then they have a bad trip while they're on it, and then trying to take that out on you, and then while you having a good trip,
okay.
So that was the whole problem. So I'd be like, nah, let me chill out, like with taking a bit like a group of people and everything. So I had to limit the cycle, take it with a few, only a few.
That you knew, don't get out of control.
Type vibe, and they know what's up with the mental state. What's up with this vibe? This when you're taking it, So that's why.
So your first time taking it, first time taking it. Like, what was your experience?
Taking what, shrooms or LSD? Like,
let's start with the shrooms, then we'll go to the.
Oh shit! It was crazy. I was hallucinating the shit out of it. But then in a good way. So I was just tripping. Because like the first time, it was crazy. I was with somebody who knew, like, who used to take, who took them like way before me or something like that. So he would tell me, no, just chill out. Like after 30 minutes, what's so not. So like I didn't know the whole thing. I took that. Smoked some weed. I've been tripping, like sweating and everything, like my eyeballs all open type shit, like, all energetic and all type of shit. But at the same time, I'm high as like, what the fuck is going on right now? The first time you want it out as soon as possible.
Okay.
But then you gotta wait for the whole trip, or unless if you just take a sleep or probably maybe pop a pill.
So you can't
or something.
sleep it out?
You can slip it out only after probably popping a stimulant, like a pill or a downer. A pill that makes you a sleeping pill or something.
Okay, something
something like that. But then on a regular, nah. Because like it keeps you up. You gotta be experiencing that, type vibe. Before.
So there's not. What are you seeing exactly that situation? I'm thinking maybe like.
Nah, I took it and then I was watching some cartoons, some other conscious cartoons or something.
Yeah.
So like when you're watching that, you just tap into that mode. Like you won't feel like a cartoon, like you inside there, like the whole thing. It just consumes you. Like, yo, you might even see some other like bargain. The or on the cartoon on the screen, some other what's that man? Characters and everything outside of the
TV
time shit. You feel like, because like that shit is in your mind, like like hey, your mind, it's crazy.
So they speak to you or what?
I just see the pictures, but then there's some who hallucinate and hear voices, smell or some shit. Like it's crazy. It goes with different people, like different.
And the LSD first experience.
Oh, now that one is much more harder than the shrooms.
Is it?
Yeah, I was buzzing type, but like, all buzzed up, sweating too, all energetic and shit, but then buzzing, like, I gotta do something, I can't just chill out, like,
So that one is stronger than the...
Yeah, and those are hardcore vibes. They ain't that hardcore, they're not hardcore.
Yeah.
They're not hardcore vibes. Just that there's things that you shouldn't take. If you're not mentally prepared for that.
And how long do the high, like how long does that high last?
It can go the whole day. It can go 6, 7, 8 hours, 12 hours.
Then how much is that?
It
can't be cheap.
It's a couple of hundreds, a couple of grams. So shout out to the dealers. I ain't spilling no beans.
I won't even ask. And then did you have like bad experiences with them?
Yeah, at some time, like probably maybe taking that like while I'm sad or in a bed, my mental state, trying to escape that state. Then, might fall into a bad trip too, like things are getting all depressed or another influence though, getting all depressed and everything, taking some other vibes. Instead of taking that and putting all that energy to the work, like creative process, like probably writing, sketching, or designing something. Now you find like you're all tripped out and you're like you just want to listen to music, all depressed and all type vibe, It's crazy. It's crazy.
And then when it comes to like the LSD, what does it specialize in? Like what kind of feeling is it? Is it different? Is it a different feeling from the shrooms?
Yeah, it's a different feel. You do hallucinate, but then on a different level though, like it's like things that you see, it's like it's real shit. It's like real things that you see.
Yeah.
It's like some prophesizing type shit, like seeing some things in the future now, like type vibe, like about your life though, and certain situations around you, So yeah.
So if you see it like in the future, did it ever happen where deja vu hits you? Like
yeah, for sure.
And how far did it go? Like, is it like maybe you see something in the future, maybe 6 months from now, maybe a month from now, or a week or a day from now? Is it something like that? Or is it, or is it that deep where even a year can pass or something like that?
A year can pass, you can see something, a month, even for tomorrow, or but like each and like I don't think time is a concept there, like on there, because like if something that's in the future, it means it can happen a minute from now or something like that. So you can prophesize like something that's going to happen probably maybe 2 hours from here, or probably maybe see something
concerning
like that.
you.
Yeah.
Right. It's not just a prophecy
Or
where you
your
can come
circle.
and tell me, listen, man, I saw this and that. Nah, it's not that kind.
Nah. Unless if maybe you here with me, we taking the same thing, like
Okay.
at the time back. You know?
And since you take it with people, do you guys like have the same experience, or is it a different kind of?
No, it's
someone might experience this, and then someone might experience that.
It's different experiences because like you're not thinking the same things. People like some take it, have certain, they be like, fuck, I don't want to be on this no more. Like, this is my first and last, or this is my last or something.
And you know people like that have tried it once and be like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah. And then you pull up again. Yeah. I got some of that. Like, put me on like that. But then, man. I just don't like it when people switch. Like, like taking this stuff, and then you take this stuff, and then you're trying to mix this stuff and take it at the same time.
Okay.
Because like that's dangerous. I've lost niggas to the streets because of that shit. You feel me? So that's flipped up. Like no cap, no kizzy.
Overdose, something like an overdose. Or...
it can lead you to that, or you don't overdose at all. Like you take that and then it just triggers some part of your brain, and then you just start hallucinating, seeing things, talking to yourself or some type of app. That's what happens.
So some of them actually, did they kill themselves or something like that?
None of my friends who because of not any. They just in the streets.
It went that far.
Yeah. Like even somewhere else, but like from the hood, from Kasi, like type, you know. So it's crazy. And
the addiction, like how bad is the addiction? Like, is it a slow thing where, like any other thing, like you maybe gotta start with, okay, I just wanted this week, or maybe I want it suddenly, okay, I want it twice a week, and then all of a sudden it's a kind of everyday thing.
It depends with the substances that you take. There's substances that you take, and then you just instantly get hooked. You will want more after the high drops or something like that. Like things like heroin, street name Nyope, some type shit. You feel me? Like those are fucking hardcore drugs. Like cat, your stones, your crystals, those are hardcore.
So LSD is lighter than
those are things psychedelics. Okay, those are psychedelics, and then those ones are drugs.
Okay, can you explain the difference between the two?
The difference is drugs. What? They're drugs. What? They can,
I'm sure they have a characteristic.
Okay. Psychedelics are hallucinogens or something. You feel me? And then
you see things that
people wouldn't see. Type up. And then drugs, it goes with the high or low, bro. Like drugs is.
I put you on the spot and I explain.
Hey, Joe, like drugs is
I don't even have enough scientific words for this. I'm
trying to think, like, drugs is drugs.
I don't know, because I'm asking because I thought it's just one bunch. You just throw it in one bunch.
Nah. But then it goes with categories. Like, you go to this levels of drug, like, they classify them. Like certain drugs, like with their effects. If like they make you feel all hyped up and everything, it's a certain classification. Like body cat, crystal meth, coke. Those are things that make you all hyped up, and then there's those that makes you feel all low up, like chilled out, type vibe.
Yeah.
So like it's different categories. There's those bonyaope and then there's those cocaine. It's different effects.
So what the cocaine and the cat, what energetic kind of flavor
Yeah,
or something?
yeah. It's the energy with it. It's the energy with it. All
So
the
LSD,
hardness.
there's no energy, no nothing.
There is the bars. That's why I was telling you that I was buzzing. Like you bars. Like the bars is the same bars that you can get from Coke. Yeah.
So you just have this energy and you wanna use it, like
Like you feel me, and then you feel like you're all crazy or probably thinking some other vibe. You feel me?
Would it make sense why musicians use that, performers particularly?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, those guys do certain things on stage. Like, I mean, I get it, but I don't think you can have that kind of energy. Like, so much energy.
Yeah, they use stimulants, stimulants, even pills too. Like you find ecstasy. Ecstasy contains a thing of coke. Like you pop that shit.
Yeah.
Feeling all energetic, performing on stage. But then, hey, you gotta check out your health, though.
Yeah. Going to the side effects of it.
Yeah. That's flipped up. Like on the roads, though. On the roads. Once you get hooked.
What are the side effects of LSD and?
It's hallucinating.
Even when you are done smoke, even when the high is gone.
The side
effects.
That's the side effect. Like when you all sober up, you're not high from that. Yeah, you can still get the hallucinating, like hearing voices or seeing things or smelling some things. Yeah. Type vibe. And while you find that's just your brain playing tricks with you, it's not actually the real thing. And then now, that's when you notice that now you have a problem. You gotta chill out with whatever you're doing. You gotta go see somebody or go to the rehab ward or something like that. Because like once you continue with that, you might end up being mentally, I would say disturbed or just mentally unstable or some other, not fit for the society. Yeah, to be outside for the society and everything.
Do they put like in that mental hospital kind of thing?
What?
If you get to that level, like, do they take like your vice copies and things like that?
You
don't qualify
it depends how far is it going. If now you out here talking to yourself or something, talking all alone on the streets or something like that, you might qualify for that,
And then like when it comes to the side effects, there is like as you said, if you start seeing the right people that can help, what advice would you give to someone who's starting to hallucinate without taking the
But then prior, when they're taking it,
they were taking it, but now they're at that level now where they're starting to, the side effects are kicking in. What advice would you give?
I'd advise them to go see a doctor, go to the hospital or something, like just seek help. So tell them more what's the condition of your brain or something, rather than chilling with that and dealing with that at home. Because like people at home won't understand what the fuck is going on with you, because you wouldn't be acting normal, like as people tell it normal. So just go to the doctor, go to a rehab facility or just anything. Meditate.
And at that time, like, when people are telling you you're not normal, like, do you believe that you're not normal? Or you feel like
you think, nah, these people ain't normal.
They are the ones.
How you say I'm not normal? I mean, like, like, I don't think even crazy people think they're crazy or something, bro. Like, to you feeling like, you're like, you normal or something like that. Like, nah, these people ain't getting me. You guys don't understand. Type vibe.
So then, what would lead you then to that point where you're like, I need help? If you can't even see it, like, who's gonna make you realize that? Like, you know what?
No, like, Ajo, I think your loved ones though. Your loved ones, like you just start seeing people change on you, like your loved ones change on you. Yeah, like you'll feel it actually. You just feel it. Nah, man. So something's off. Something, even the things that you used to do or some things like that, it's going to change. Yeah.
And have you been like that rock bottom where those side effects start kicking in?
Yeah.
You've been there.
Yeah, that's why I had to stop. Like everything, like just chill out, bro. I used to be a heavy head though.
Yeah.
I used to be a heavy head, but then, yeah, getting all fucked up, like having those side effects and everything. So like, yeah, I had to seek help.
And
But,
when did
yeah.
you realize like that rock, but when you like, you know what, I need help?
It's actually, uh, let's say, okay, I had some things going on with certain females and everything. So I'll usually be like, like I would feel like now I want to be alone and everything like that. You feel me? But then they wouldn't say anything. They would understand and everything. But then yeah, it went on, it went on. But then when I came home, I wasn't staying home. Like
Okay.
I was outside of home. But then when I came home, like I don't know, like at home they could feel it probably how was I talking on the phone or something like that. Because like I was feeling like nah, I ain't good. Something ain't but like I know what I've been doing, but then I don't wanna confirm like yo, I've been
Yeah.
doing this led
Yeah,
to
okay,
this.
yeah.
You feel me? So I'm trying to brush it off. But hey, I'm not good, like I need know what's up. You feel me? Ended up blaming it on something else that's not even gonna lead you to that shit. I blame it on weed.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just cause like they don't know what's up with their whole vibes. Like
Okay.
yeah, type vibe.
You didn't want them to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For
But at least there's something they know that you usually do. So let me just put it on this since I think they
Yeah.
kind of seen me with this. So
So yeah, that's why. But then, hey, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. I even went to a rehab facility for that. But then I got help. You know,
yeah.
it was all chill out. It was all good.
And how long were you there? Like rehab?
For like I'd say a month or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did it help you?
Yeah, for sure.
Ah.
For sure. Because like once you're out there, like well, if you've been there, it's like you don't want to go back in that type vibe before me. So you're gonna do everything so that you don't get back on that state of mind. Yeah. Then going back into that, because like it's like a mental prison type vibe. Once you get hooked on those things, hey, it ain't good.
And then the rehab, like your experience there, like
Yeah.
they teach you certain things where you didn't even realize about those kind
For
of
sure.
substances.
For sure, straight up. They laid down even the human emotions, like everything, like the human, like how you deal with certain stuff, like depression and everything, mental what? There's this, the mental illness. Is it a mental illness? There's this word, man.
I don't want to lie. I don't know. I don't want to say words.
You find that the person is bipolar or something like that. Yeah, how to
Okay,
deal
that
with
kind
it.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know the word. It also escaped me, but yeah, that kind of. So you're done. You get back. Did you come back? Like went back home straight after the rehab? Did you?
Yeah, I came back. I came back home straight.
Yeah.
I was straight. Like it's like shit. What the fuck did I just do to myself? Like when I was there, like I was blaming myself. Like yo,
Yeah.
why would I do this to myself? Because like I know that I don't need that. Like I have all the knowledge about these things and everything, but then I'd still be
still.
like, you
Got
feel,
you.
you feel me? Like so that's why I was all mad at myself until I had to heal that part. And then I was back on my feet.
But isn't it like a human thing though?
Yeah.
Do you always think you're special? Then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna end up like them.
Yeah.
I'm not them. Like, yeah. I know how I use this.
For
Maybe
sure.
they're using it wrong or
For
something
sure.
like that.
For sure. Until you're there, now you be like, damn, I'm doomed. You know? It's like, damn. But then, yeah, I just give thanks that I got to deal with it, and then I'm good. I'm back on my feet. Like, yo.
And was it no more? You're no longer using those stuff.
Nah. Nah.
And you feel better.
I feel good like, I don't know. I feel like now I'm scared to use like
In case you might relapse.
type vibe. You know, like it's like nah. Let me just stay away from everything. Just
so it is addictive. That's why you can really, it's easy. Even though you know that you can end up, but the weight keeps calling you.
Type
That
vibe,
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's addictive. And once you entertain the addictiveness, damn, you gonna be on your own world. You gonna be on Earth, but then in your different world. So it's like it's crazy.
Nah, man, I won't lie. I'm just glad I got this back.
Yeah, man. Shout out.
Yes.
I'm glad I got back. I'm glad I got back.
Because I was there when I was like, Willie is not well. He's not well.
Yeah.
And I never. You remember? I used to see you just greet me. Go my way, you go your way.
Time vibe.
But I was curious. I was like, I can't ask him what have a
Like,
conversation
what's up with them?
Yeah, like I can't,
Yeah,
you know. And this was when you're still going through it, right?
Yeah.
This was when you're still going through it. I was like, ish, what's up, man?
It's like when we going through that, it's like you don't need people to ask you what's up with the vibe. Like you just wanna enjoy, get it over and done and be like, okay, yo, what? Like, yo.
Nah, true, man. Really, I'm like, at least. And any advice to the ones that are planning to use it or just begun using it? Like, what would you advise them?
Do not use it, yo.
Yeah.
Or if you're using it or something, don't overdo it. But then I feel like that's a cliche word.
Yeah.
Just don't get into that.
Oh, just don't do it.
Yeah, just don't do
because
it.
some way it will get you.
Yeah. Unless if you want the experience and
That doesn't even take the experience. Asking Edo, how did you end up here? Sweezba,
just don't do that at all.
That.
You know, okay. Straight up.
Yeah. And then not because of experience. Because of that experience. Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, really, I'm gonna say it again. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, man. Shut up, bro.
Really, people are worried like, what's up with this? Like, let him. They're like, what the heck was he taking? What's up? What was he taking? Yeah, I was like, what was he taking?
Most of the niggas is not on that.
Yeah,
you know, like so. It was, hey.
But once you're in, it's an easy access.
Yeah, once you're in, because like
easy,
you just know the dealers now. They make you
like
meet this one. Now you know what you get, and now you know what you get more cheaper and much more better. Like time vibe. So it's like.
Also, when you're in there, you don't even think that market exists until you enter. In fact, you're like, it's kind of a big market. There's options. Because for me, any market that has options, it's doing okay. Yeah. The fact that there's not one or two, but a couple, it's like okay, it means there's business here, something like that.
Sure.
So yeah. And now your plans? Since you're done with it,
Now my plans is just putting out more projects, more works, creations, and getting over and done with the academics, and then man, I'm good.
Yeah, man, just put in the work. You there anyway.
Yeah, man.
You just put in the work. Nah, man, and good luck with your business endeavors, bro.
Hey, shout out, bro. Shout out.
Sure.
And yo, Fiend. Nah, I just wanted to say that.